Welcome to Stitches and Sundries. This is a floss tube about cross stitch and stitchy goodness. My name is Lauren. You can find me on Instagram at LaurenUpStitching. And this is episode 60. I think I'm on 60 now. Which seems like I have not been doing it this long, but I don't know. I keep showing up every 2 weeks. I have a bunch of cross stitch updates today. I have some finishes, some fully finished objects, and I have just like sheer exhaustion from the last couple weeks. So that's what I'm bringing today. So I hope if you're feeling the same way, let's just stitch and talk about cross stitch and try and be happy, because I am wiped. Just had a crazy couple weeks with work and other things. My good friend Devin is getting married next weekend, and so I was running around trying to meet up with her and find her some things. And yeah, but it's been really good, but really busy, and I'm ready for summer break. Do we get that as adults yet? Some not any like crazy news or life updates. One very cool thing, I mean, I'm gonna call it cool, it's cool on my end, is that a boss that I really did not like, really just, I won't say I didn't like, I'm not a person that dislikes people. We just could not communicate, could not get anything done. He resigned recently. So my life has gotten easier and busier, because finally I'm communicating to somebody about what needs done. So things are moving. Other than that, nothing crazy. Let's just talk cross stitch. Nothing's been going on, just tired. So I have 2 fully finished objects of finishes you've seen in the past. I have, what else do I have? No, I don't have any other finishes. I have a couple new starts, a couple whip updates, and yeah. So I'm going to start with fully finished objects. So last time I showed Lunar by Innocent Bones, and I don't have it with me because I gifted it already, but this is the finished product. This is how I finished it. Finished in the hoop with just a little pink ribbon for hanging. It turned out so cute. I love adding that ribbon hanger now. I add it all the time when I do hanging hoops. And I gifted it to Devin as part of her bridal shower gift. And she really liked it, so that made me really happy. And it just turned out so cute. And the whole time I was stitching it, as soon as I started stitching it, I was like, well, this is so Devin. So I knew it had to end up in her hands. So that is gone. It was super quick and easy. I think I literally finished the podcast, went upstairs and finished that sucker. So super easy finish in the hoop. Just did it with all the kit materials. It was a great little kit. If you're looking for like a little kit, those it's called the Mood Box by Innocent Bones. They're just a nice, happy little kit. So, and then the other one I have fully finished is this one. This is Stegosaurus Skeleton by Happy Little Mouse. And I have it finished as a round pillow that was apparently a nightmare to finish. So I'm super happy to have it. I remembered both on this one and on Lunar to sign my work. So it just says LH23. And it's something I've been meaning to do for all my 2023 finishes. And the first 2 finishes of the year, I completely forgot. It's something I want to get into the habit of doing. It's just not natural to me yet. But I did remember to do it on this one. The woman that finished this does finishing for our local quilt shop, needlepoint, embroidery shop. So she does finishing all the freaking time. And she said this was miserable to finish. She lined it. She cut it. She shaped it. She stuffed it. It just would not cooperate. And I think it was because the backing fabric I chose, which is this awesome gold velvet, was very stretchy. and the aida was very stiff. So between the two of them, they just like hated each other the whole time. But it is done now. It is so cute. It is perfect for, I put it in my craft room. It's on my chair. And my chair is like this kind of crushed velvety stuff too. But turquoise. So this looks amazing in my chair. Yeah, super cute. Love it. And I'm super happy to have it done. So now I got to get with the girls and see where they are. I know my friend Ruth is doing the pterodactyl, and I saw her progress, most of her progress rather recently. She's almost done too. So it's going to be very cute when they're all three done. Yeah, love that. Where can I stick him? There for now. Yay. So those are my two. I had finished them in the past, and they are now fully finished objects, which is always my goal. I hate having whips sitting around. Right now I have two that are finished, but not fully finished, and I'm thinking about them constantly of how to finish them. So hopefully they won't be sitting there very much longer. Let me think here. What else do I got? I'm looking in my bag. I need a bag now to bring all my projects downstairs. Let's do a mini new start, because it's not really a new start. So I've started taking my stitching to work. I work on my lunch break or during meetings that are like Zoom meetings, or just when I find time here and there in the day. And that has been super good. I've really enjoyed that. But some projects just really aren't conducive to that. The lighting's not great. So if I need any like really good lighting, the project's not good to come. But I decided to start this little guy. And this is from Please Don't Summon Demons by Happy Little Mouse again. My sister, when I was stitching this, loved this little demon guy. Loved him. And she's like, can you please stitch me one just for me? So I started it just on a piece of scrap black Aida that I had left over, and probably from Stegosaurus, and just started. He's almost done, but he will come to work with me. This is super easy, quick stitching. I'll get that done in no time. And I already picked, this got a little bent. I found this at a thrift shop, so it's obviously in not great condition. Have this little frame. How great is this little frame? Obviously, I'm going to get rid of the golfer. And I probably will paint this black and gloss it, just so it doesn't look so like seashells. Just so it kind of matches. Turn it right side. But, as you can see, this is the perfect size for that little guy. So, thrift store find win. Obviously, this little edge here got bent real bad, and I think I can bend it back. So yeah, that is a plan for a finish very, very soon, because it will take me no time. I think this guy might be 500 stitches to finish this little guy. That's gonna go real quick. So I have it in my work travel case. Get this out of the way. So yeah, that is fun. I enjoy doing stuff at work. It's a mental break from the day. The day has been so freaking hectic lately, and I love a mental break. I'm just gonna set you over here out of the way. What else do I got? I have one more new start. Let's do new starts. I don't have a plan. If I planned and like scripted better, planned what I was going to say, but more, I would and so much less. But yeah, it's just the life we lead. I'm working on it. I'm actually going to try and work on not doing that. Whereas before I just kind of left whatever it is. I'm going to try and be slight, bring a slight bit of professionalism to this. So this is Greenhouse of Oddities by Lola. This is up to part 3. Technically part 4 because the frame was a part as well. So this is, I'm going to try and keep up with putting these in here up to date. So this is up to part 3. And I've made a little start on it. Nothing huge. So there's where I'm at. I've got one crow done. And part of the main dome. Not a crazy amount of stitching. I think I worked on this like 2 evenings. Didn't get too crazy far. Maybe even 1 evening. I can't remember. And I love it. It is just like very nice stitching. Now once I get down into the plants and all the stuff, maybe I'll be more annoyed. Because I'm sure there's going to be lots and lots of speckling and color changes. But so far, it is a lovely pattern to work on. It is just, I love the subject matter. I love everything about it coming through. I waffled on my fabric quite a bit, but I'm glad I went with this natural linen. I think this is Artiste natural linen from Hobby Lobby back when I didn't know not to shop at Hobby Lobby. And yeah, it's looking great. I am loving it. Not a lot to say there. The one thing I will say is I love that she gives little tidbits about the stuff going on in the greenhouse. So she gives not just like, oh, here's the pattern. She's like, and this frog in the pattern is this frog. This owl in the pattern is this owl. This flower is this flower. So you get all the information about what's going on in your greenhouse, which is quite lovely. And trying to figure out how I had this folded. And now she's introducing people like the woman painting. And I think that is so lovely. It felt very like, other than the fact she's painting beautiful butterflies, it felt very like Morticia Addams in her conservatory. So I am on board. I love this pattern. I'm looking forward to do more on that. So those are my new starts. 2 new starts, sort of. One is like barely a new start. As soon as this little guy's done, I already have something lined up. But I forgot to bring information about it, so I'll just show it to you next time. I am prepared. The little fat cat moved. I had a little fat cat sleeping on my feet. All right, whips. All right, let's start with, oh, sorry. I moved my table so that I can lean and have a conversation with you all. But because of that, I bump it all the time now. So, guys, Schoolhouse Sampler by StoneyCreek. I'm almost done. I can taste it. I'm almost done. That's the reason I barely got anything done on Greenhouse, because I was like, we're so close. We're so close. But it's also been such a crazy week. I have not had much evening time. And so I thought I could get this done, but I didn't. So here's where I was the last time. Let's look. Here's where I was. Here's where I am now. Oh my gosh. We're almost done. So I have gotten pretty much all of the alphabet done. There's just a couple stitches in that B that I ran out of floss for and just didn't have the energy to finish. But each of the first 2 rows are already back stitched, which I love that you can see that difference between the first and second row. So they're almost done. Like, they're truly almost done. So there is a vine that goes around the letters and a little back stitched verse right here. And then it's done. And then it's done. So close. So close. Yeah. And when this is done, I'm going to celebrate so much. Because this thing has, you know what? I finally remembered. See if I can do this without shaking the camera too much. To bring my book. This is my oldest whip currently going. And I started it April 18th, 2022. It should not be taking this long. We're going to get it done. So yeah, that's my goal for the next 2 weeks, is to have this finished. And then I will present it to my cousin, who it is a gift for, and I will ask her how she wants it finished. I obviously I'm going to frame it, but in the source document has this very 90s like matting, and I'm not positive she'd hate that. I'm not positive she'd love it, so I'm gonna ask her how she'd like it finished. So yeah, super happy to be almost done with this. It is rough working on though now. Like I've been putting the pedal to the metal on this sucker for about a month. Oh, let me think here. I think I decided in April to really focus in on it. And it is now June 11th. So more than a month and 2 months and a half. I have really been just like flooring it on this, and I'm tired of it. So gonna get this done. Gonna get it finished. And I have a bunch of other gift stitches that I want to do as well. So it's just kind of holding things up, it feels. So put this back in here. And some of them are also like I always think this is so outside my wheelhouse of what I would normally stitch. But I have other ones that are also outside my wheelhouse that I'm just like, they're simpler, they're better, they're, you know. But the gift, the meaningfulness of the gift keeps me going. And that's the important thing. What else do I have? Sorry, I'm looking down into my bag. That's what's down there. Next up, this is I Want to Believe by Alliton Embroidery. And here is where I was last time. And I made pretty good progress, I think, on this. Let's see here. Hang on. Fighting the fabric. Don't look at my cat hair. So, wow, don't look at my cat hair. There we go. So, let me see if I can get it so you can see all this blue that I filled in down here. Misery. So yeah, I worked a lot in the trees and down here in the base. I worked on the text of I Want to Believe. And yeah, it is coming along. There's a lot of it. And I am like, I did not leave myself much room over here. There is maybe an inch. There's maybe an inch on this side. But yeah, it is coming along. It is not potato chip stitching. And this is one that I can't take to work. I tried a couple times. The dark on dark is just too hard with the kind of like fluorescent lighting or dim lighting when I sit outside. It's just not conducive to that. But I am really making progress. Like I'm working to get all this I want to, like right above that, filled in. That is the goal, is to like finish up this area right here. So that it's not just huge blocks of the dark blue. But it is coming along, and it is really pretty. It is really pretty. And I do enjoy working on it, just I have to be in the right headspace for it. It is one I have to think about more. But it is also one that when I did take it to work, everybody really loved. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, the colors, that sunset, like, that's so pretty. And then you're like, oh, and there's an alien spaceship. And they're like, that's different. So I have one that's like, also from Alliton Embroidery, I think, that is like camping themed, that I got for a friend a long time ago, that I really think everybody at work would really love. So maybe I'll do that one. But yeah, so that one is coming along. When did I start that one? Started that one in right at the end of November, beginning of December of 2022. So that one's not terrible. And I am at, I'm only at 35%. So I'm a third done. That's not great. We can do better. We will do better. We're doing better every day. My piles of stuff. What's even in that bag? We'll do this one because I don't know what's in that other one. This one is one that I took to work quite a lot. It was a perfect work stitch. This is Till Death by the Lonely Seaman. And this is where I was the last time. And y'all, I put the pedal down. Here's where I am this time. Look at her! She's pretty much done. Her one arm is like attached at the shoulder to him. So I'm going to, so that one arm isn't done, but she is pretty much done. I love it. I love it so much. I can't stand how much I love this thing. I love it so much. If she doesn't love it, I'm going to take it from her. But yeah, super cute. I just love the colors on this fabric. I love the skellies. I love the motion of them. Like they so obviously look like, she so obviously looks like she's dancing. I just am in awe. Love it. One day, I had 2 doctor's appointments in the same day for my stupid ankles. Oh, I could talk about that a little bit. And both of them got canceled. Both of them got canceled. So I had taken the day off because they were like, one was like 11 a.m. and one wasn't until like 2, but they were both in a city over. So I had to like go down early, stay, and go to the second one. So I'd taken the whole day off. And when they both canceled, I was like, 1, you sons of bitches. But 2, well, this just means I can put in over 1,000 stitches on this in a single day. And I did. It was just so glorious. I was so happy. I average around 300 to 500 stitches a day. Like I might get 100 to 200 stitches done at work. And then I try and get 300 done in the evening. Unless I'm doing like a lot of back stitching or something. So 1,000 stitches just on this was amazing progress for me. And I love her so much. Yeah, super good. My ankles have been bothering me a lot lately, just due to overwork. And I had surgery in November. For anybody new here, I had surgery on my ankles. I have chronic tendonitis. I'm pigeon-toed. I'm knock-kneed. I'm broken from the hip down, basically. And I'd had surgery hoping to correct it, and it just like never felt like it healed. It never felt fully back, even though I did PT and all that stuff. And I finally went to my doctor after I was dog sitting and walked a giant Great Dane, and he pulled me in a weird way, and I had odd pain. And I went back to my PCP and was like, this hurt in a new and interesting way. And she was like, let's try dry needling. If you've never heard of this stuff is apparently amazing. It's basically scientific acupuncture. They put needles in you, and then they like manipulate the needles to like force your muscles to contract and release and do different things. It is the weirdest feeling. It is not comfortable or fun, but I'm really, really hoping for results. So keep your fingers crossed for me, because that would be really lovely if I could freaking walk without, you know, limping everywhere like a old lady. All right. Last whip update. This has got to be, I'm not even going to look, and I know what it is. This has got to be Make Today Magical by Tiny Modernist. This is part of her year-long SAL. There are 3 parts released, and I'll show all 3 there. And the last time I showed it, I had finished part 1 and 2. I'm trying to keep up with this one. It's a year long. She gives a ton of time between sections, so I'm trying to keep up. This is where I was. I was right. And I only got a little bit done on this one. It came in kind of late into my rotation. But here's where I am. I have a mushroom. I have a mushroom. I love the colors. I love the colors in this. So let me pull it up. Just show though. So I got that mushroom cap done. Started on one of the others. It's gonna be a lot of fill-in for the hands, which I'm gonna be unhappy about. But yeah, I just love this. And I took this down with me. I was hanging out with Devin. She's working on her wedding stuff. And while she won't let me help with anything, she was like, come talk to me, Stitch, talk to me. You know, we'll hang out. And I worked on this, and she was like, oh my gosh, I love it so much. So we obviously have very similar taste. But yeah, it's coming along. It is a fun stitch. It is just fun and whimsical and happy. Trying to decide where this is going to go when it's done. I almost feel like taking it into my office, but maybe not. I don't know. I can't decide. I might have to go in my bedroom. Be motivational every day. I don't have any haul or anything this week. I have, trying to think here. I did just, I think I am going to pick up the Be Stitch Me Halloween box, which obviously doesn't ship out until around Halloween, but I think I'm going to grab that. I think I'm going to get a couple Halloween boxes this year just to compare and see. Halloween's my favorite holiday, so of course I'm going to do that. Yeah, that's all I have. It's super easy, super, small little update. So I hope you all have a wonderful 2 weeks. I hope you're enjoying summer. And if you're on the East Coast, I hope you're breathing okay. I think it's getting a little better. If you're on the West Coast, you know what you're doing. And yeah, stay safe, stay sane. I hope you have a wonderful time. Bye.